Hello, BookTube.
Hi.
So, just to preface this, to let you know, this is my cozy mystery gripe session.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, because there's something that occurred to me this week. I'm reading a series of books. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm trying to decide if I'm going to finish it or not. But it's about a little bake shop. It's got witchiness in it, but there's something going on in it that drives me absolutely bonkers. And I'm seeing it a lot more in cozy mysteries. And it is the love triangle. Love triangles are okay. Love triangles add spice.
Yeah, they can be entertaining.
Yeah, they really can. But when that love triangle continues through 6, 7, 8 books, and it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. Between the same 3 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand love triangles in the first place. You're setting up half of your readers for disappointment. There's just no other way of looking at it. It doesn't matter how likable.
And you're turning it into what could be a very good a very good adult story into a YA book.
Yes. But it doesn't matter how likable one character, or one, let's say a guy and 2 girls. It doesn't matter how likable one of those guys is. A large group of your readers is going to like the other guy because he's more interesting, or because he's more likable, he's more approachable, he's more understandable. Then you got this big, strong, tall, tough guy that no girl has ever had any relationship with at all, and he's the one that she ends up with. Why? And then like through 6 or 7 books, this poor guy back here that like I was rooting for is just sort of kicked to the wayside, even though he's there for her every step of the way. That drives me insane. It is so distracting.
But even at that point, that doesn't mean the love triangle's over, right?
No. I mean, we're talking the big, strong, tough guy that no girl has ever known in her entire life ever, just proposed to the main girl, and the other guy back here is like, but I love you. And I'm like, but he's such a better guy for you. And the whole book, this girl's going, but the big, strong, tough guy is better for me because he's nice and he's safe. It really, really, really drives me insane. I'm seeing it a lot in cozy mysteries where you have a perfectly normal person who's got 2 big, strong hunks just vying for her attention. And they're both willing to wait for her to choose one. And this is not real life. This is not how things happen. No. Somebody's going to get irritated and go off, and then you're left with... Stop it with the love triangles. Just stop it. And or if you do have to put a love triangle in there, stop it at the end of the first or maybe even 2nd book. I can handle 2nd book. Not the 7th book where it's still going. That's my gripe. There's another thing, moving away from the love triangles, that I've noticed in a lot of cozy mysteries, especially the cozy mysteries that go on for a lot of books. There's the lowered stakes of the mysteries. When you're starting your first book in your cozy mystery, the person who lives next door to you was murdered, and they were murdered with your shovel while you were at home by yourself. So, of course, you're going to have to figure out who killed this person because the cops are going to think you did it. By the 6th book, you're trying to get your quota in. And so your mother's cousin's brother's uncle's housekeeper was murdered. And your mother's cousin's uncle's brother's, sister is going to be charged with the murder. So you have to figure it out. Because you're so close to your mother's uncle's cousin's brother's sister.
Yeah, this started back in the 80s with, I think it was Death Wish 4.
His housekeeper was kidnapped or something.
No, his daughter's housekeeper was murdered, I think. And so he's out trying to solve that and killing a bunch of people with a 50 caliber. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gigantic. Because that makes total sense. But by the 6th book in the series, you're just trying to get your quota in. So this person that barely registers in your life is murdered. And so you have to figure it out. The stakes are really, really, really low. And it makes for a really short book. Not a really short book, a really unenjoyable book. And it's happening a lot, I've noticed. Even some of my favorite authors, I'll get to that book and I'm like, oh, this is that one. And it's very disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, why not end I mean, I understand a lot of this is publishers wanting someone to keep going because they keep selling. But why? I mean, try not to do that. End on a high note.
Yeah.
You know, don't do the 9th season of Seinfeld.
Yeah. But yeah, the book I'm reading in that series that shall not be named right now is at that point, but because of it, that love triangle is front and center, and I'm ready to pull my hair out. Which brings me to my question for this book, or for this cozy mystery gripe session. At what point is it okay to DNF an entire series? And that means do not finish, just for those of you who don't know, because I don't do that much. I really, really, absolutely hate getting halfway through a book and putting it down. I get mad at myself. I will finish it, even if I hate the book. There have been very, very few books that I've just sat down and walked away from. Very few. I can count them on one hand. There's been one series of books that I've just DNF'd entirely, and that was the Sword of Truth series by Terry. Was it Terry Goodkind? Oh, that's a
turd.
That is a story for another day.
Yeah.
But that's the only series I've ever put down. I was on like book 8. And I put it down mid-book after the 475th superfluous rape scene. But at what point, especially with cozy mysteries or cozy romances, or even little romance series that they're aren't all that popular, at what point is it okay to just leave the series and just not finish it?
Especially for people like us who do not like to put a book down and not finish it.
Yeah.
We don't like doing that. I mean, it is not, okay, number one, it is not okay to give a review of a book you don't finish.
Yeah, you cannot give an honest review of a book you have not read.
Yeah.
I mean, and even if you've read the first 2/3 of it, you have not read the entire book.
Yeah,
you can't give an honest review.
If you've read 95% and you haven't read the ending, do not leave a review. There's something wrong with that.
Just say, I didn't finish it, can't give a review, move on.
Yep.
But and that's kind of where I'm at here, because I have trouble giving a review of an entire series. And I would really like to talk about this author. She's a great author. The characters are fun. The stories are fun, except for this one. And I want to finish the whole series, but I'm towards the end of this book, and I'm like, I don't want to pick up the next one. I don't want to pick up the next one, because she's going to accept his proposal. And then there's going to be more love triangle off to the side where the other guy over here is going, but I still love you. And it makes my blood pressure go up.
Yeah.
So I've talked myself out of ending the book. I have stopping the series. Like in my gripe session, I have just absolutely talked. I want to know if I'm just being completely unreasonable. I think, because I'm on book 7 and I don't want to finish it. But then I want to talk about the series. So I can't really do that if I don't finish the series. It's frustrating. Why do you have to do that? Just stop it. But that's it. Let me know what you think. And some of you might recognize the book just by my description of it. If you do, let me know what you're thinking. But anyway, that's it. Do you have anything else to add?
No, you got it all in there.
Now that I've had my hissy. Let me know what you think. Maybe I just need a new perspective or something, because this one's it's driving me insane. It really is. Yeah. And I've been trying to just read them. I'm actually listening to them because I listen to them at work, and then I read a separate book at night. I've been trying to read them back to back to back just to get past the love triangle, because I know at some point this other guy is going to say, well, screw this, and go on, because a real guy would have said, screw this 4 books ago and just left. Darn it. I'll let you know what happens. And we'll go over that. I'm going to finish the series. I just know I am, because I want to talk about it. If for nothing more than to fuss about it some more. So that's it for today. We'll have some more videos probably later in the week. Have a good day. Your books are calling. Go read, even if they have a love triangle in them, because you just...